Hello, everybody. A very warm welcome to everyone who is attending this session. We'll give another 5 minutes for everyone to join the webinar. And so we'll kick off sharp at 5 minutes past one. All right, so let's kick off. Hello, everyone. It's 5 minutes past one, so we can go live with our today's webinar. So hello again, everyone. A warm welcome to everyone attending this webinar. My name is Sunny Prince, and as ever, it's my pleasure to be the presenter for you, our April webinar of the month to cover the Better Together cloud offering with Office 365 and Dynamics 365. Now, as some of you might know, I represent the Dynamics 365 practice team from Ingram Micro Australia, and I work with my partner Fabiano Veronesi, who is based out of Perth. We work with partners to help them realize their dreams, their investment that they are making towards the business applications, or you can even call that as Dynamics 365. So we help our partners drive their market growth by enabling them commercially and technically, regardless of whether you are new into the ecosystem or you have an existing practice, you have an existing business, or if you're just want to optimize your business model, whatever are your business needs, we are there to help you. So we help partners to easily transact under the CSP commercial offering, help them build a practice, provide technical assistance if that is what you are looking for, or even help you and provide professional services, address some of your licensing technical queries, how we can, provide excellent prices and also assist partners to optimize their market growth. So through our global presence, you can also expand in other geographies. So if you are a partner, let's say, for example, you're based out of Australia, but you have a customer who is let's say who is based out of US or UK or any part of the world, we will help you transact licenses under the CSP cloud offering. So that is one of our value service offerings, having a global presence. So the topic that we will be discussing today is called It's Not Better, It's Perfect, together with Dynamics 365 and Microsoft 365. So before we get started, I would like to make a quick housekeeping announcement that this session will be recorded and the recording will be made available for on-demand viewing after today's webinar. If you are facing any audio or video issue, please post your query in the Q&A panel and one of my team members will address it. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. So my webinars are predominantly partner-facing presentations. So I have chosen very simple topics for everyone to be aligned together, for everyone to understand the value proposition, what we are offering in the market. So I think so we'll start with the first topic that I would like to cover is how I will be talking about how Office 365 works seamlessly with Dynamics 365. So I'll be touching on some of the features on, let's say, how Dynamics can be accessed from Teams, how the collaboration works, how a user can access both Office 365 and Dynamics 365 from one single platform. So that's the first topic. And then the second is I will be talking about how you can commercialize this entire model, how you can bundle together Office 365 and Dynamics 365 and take it to the market and sell it. And then the third topic that I will be discussing is how we as Ingram Micro can enable you through our Accelerate program, how we can technically and commercially take you to the market. You might be a partner who has no idea about Dynamics, who has no technical expertise, who has never done this before, or someone who doesn't have in-house expertise. So through this topic, we will be talking about how Ingram is going to work with you closely and enable you. And then the last topic is I have summarized and consolidated some of the typical challenges that you can face, or some of the questions that your potential customer might ask you and how you can encounter them. So I think this is the right time for all those partners who has the main focus for modern workplace, or you can call it as Microsoft 365, to start selling Dynamics. And you might ask me why it is a good time. Well, then I have a good news for you. So this year, Microsoft is investing heavily into Dynamics 365 and modern workplace collaboration. So timing wise, there can't be a better time than now, especially with Microsoft launching the Teams collaboration with Dynamics 365 to extend Teams capability in the market during the Microsoft Ignite event that happened last month. So I'll be talking on some of those updates as well. So let's move on. All right. So I'm not going to spend hours talking about statistics and research work and what is the number, but all I want to do is delve right into the topic and help you understand how the collaboration works between Office 365 and Dynamics. So I've picked up some points, for example, how Dynamics works with Outlook, how Dynamics works with Power BI and Teams. So let's take a look at how all this the entire collaboration works within the single platform. So let's talk about integration with Outlook. So Dynamics 365 is natively integrated with Microsoft Outlook. So through Outlook, you can manage Dynamics 365, work on your emails, track them in Dynamics. You can even raise quotations without leaving Outlook. Dynamics 365 also provides a holistic 360-degree view of your customers' interaction across the company and sales activity. So without switching your apps, users have access to all the information they need from one single platform. And you can even view your Outlook tasks, emails that syncs with Dynamics 365 sales app right within the app. So you don't have to switch and everything is at your own disposal. Let's talk about integration with Teams. So let me run this. So again, Microsoft Teams is also natively integrated with Dynamics 365. So through this collaboration, you can have conversations, meet online, share documents, access sales record from Dynamics 365 app for Teams. So earlier, Dynamics was available as a UI or user interface from Teams only, but now with the new update that has been published by Microsoft, you can access Teams directly from Dynamics 365 for sales also. So that is one collaboration. Now let's talk about the integration or the collaboration between Power BI and Teams and Dynamics 365. So get actionable insights to increase performance. So Dynamics 365 for Teams allows users to access interactive dashboards right within Microsoft Teams without needing to switch between apps. Similarly, a Power BI allows users to quickly access sales data in Power BI and visualize trends and charts. So these visualizations can be surfaced in Dynamics dashboard also. So that's how seamlessly it works all together. And so let's talk about how the collaboration works on deals in a modern workspace. So the Dynamics 365 app for Teams embeds the Dynamics 365 customers records, sales content reports, and updates all within the modern hub for chat and meetings. So for example, Teams can share a sales presentation and then easily schedule a review meeting or chat within a few clicks without switching the applications. So that's one thing. And now let's talk about how you can access Word, Microsoft Word through Dynamics 365 and through Teams. So creating and sharing sales document can never be easy. So users can store and access sales document in one place right within the Teams, and sellers can collaborate and personalize sales document within the embedded Office 365 tool that fits way better for sellers. And similarly, we also have Dynamics 365 for mobility. So Dynamics 365 enables users to work anytime, anywhere with the mobile application across web, smartphone, and tablet. So moving on, let's talk about the collaboration with Excel. So users can access sales data in Dynamics 365 and work with that data anywhere via Excel online, or you can even access it via Excel desktop. So users can create the reports and have the data refreshed automatically in real time in Excel that can be accessed right within Dynamics 365. Similarly, you can even access OneNote from Dynamics 365. So if you have a OneNote through Office 365, users can view linked notebooks from within Dynamics sales records or CRM. And when users make changes to their notebooks using OneNote, the changes are automatically updated and viewed from a Dynamics 365 so sales. Similarly, talking about the integration with OneDrive, or if you have an online, OneDrive, which is Microsoft's on-cloud storage service, Dynamics 365 for Sales supports full document management via OneDrive for business and even through SharePoint. So sales team can store documents on SharePoint and manage them from within Dynamics 365 for Sales. So documents created in Dynamics can be stored on OneDrive or even in SharePoint for business. So this is some of the collaboration features that I wanted to share with you guys between Office 365 and Dynamics 365. Now, in this slide, we are talking about the collaboration between Office 365, Dynamics, and LinkedIn. So as you are all aware that LinkedIn is now part of Microsoft, which was acquired a few years back. And Office 365 is, let's say, it's used by more than 300 million commercial customers globally. And LinkedIn, at the other hand, is accessed and used by more than 500 million users. And they all are hosted on top of Azure. And Microsoft's LinkedIn has a tight integration with Dynamics 365 for Sales. So Office 365 and Dynamics 365 are also integrated with each other, as we saw a few minutes back. So when you try to connect the dots between Office 365, between all these three business applications, you can access all the integrated business applications through Office 365. And by combining the data from Outlook, Exchange Online, Dynamics 365, and LinkedIn InMail users will have a complete view of their professional relationships. Actually, I have come across many customers raising requirements with me like, Sunny, we would like to have an access to view the entire relationship, how the relationship is working, how it is viewable within Dynamics 365. The customers, they want to know who is connected to whom when they have a prospect. They want to know who can introduce them to their prospect from their existing network. And LinkedIn Sales Navigator through Dynamics 365 does exactly that. It has got an inbuilt business intelligence that does exactly by giving them the visualization of the existing relationship and how they can network and gain access to their prospect and establish that conversation. So through this slide, we'll be talking about how do you commercialize this entire package, which is Office 365 and Dynamics 365, how you can take it to the market. So now that you understand business applications potential, and now you understand the potential of collaboration, if you join forces together by bundling the products together and take it to the market for both Office 365 and Dynamics 365, the cloud offering can be sensational. That's my view. But before you do that, you need to understand a few things about Dynamics 365, because I believe majority of my listeners right now who are listening are more familiar with Office 365 products, or they are coming from a modern workplace background. So you need to know, or I should say that you should know what are the most popular Dynamics 365 products in the market, and that are easy to sell, that are well optimized within the small, medium-sized market, and you should also know their commercial price, so that when your customer is asking the price, you should be aware and you can tell them upfront, this is the price, and it's simple, easy to manage, and easy and affordable by the mid-sized markets. So this is what is the Dynamics 365 ecosystem. Now, outside in the market, someone who is not familiar with Microsoft Dynamics 365, they think Dynamics 365 is just one product, but then I just want to let you know that Dynamics 365 is the name of the portfolio. And this is the Dynamics suite of business applications, or what we call, in other words, the Dynamics 365 ecosystem. Now, under this portfolio, you will discover various other business applications. So Microsoft has a business application for every single business requirement. So whether you are from sales, marketing, service, supply chain, or if you're running an accounting company, or if you have a commerce industry, you have an app that is geared towards the industry specific needs. But we are not here to talk about the ecosystem, nor we'll be diving into the business applications. We are here to talk about which products or business applications will help you make the money. Okay, so I guess essentially there are like 10 business applications that drive the market, but let's talk about the ones that are most popular and are viable within the SMB market. So the three most popular SMB business applications are the Dynamics 365 Sales Professional, the Dynamics 365 Business Central, and Powerapps. So as you can see the screen, Dynamics 365 Sales is the CRM of Microsoft, and it's in other words, it's called the Dynamics 365 Sales Professional. And this is something that is geared towards the small, medium-sized market, priced at $89.20 per user per month. And when you buy Dynamics 365 Sales Professional along with Business Central, which I will talk in a moment, Dynamics 365 Sales Professional will cost you only $27 instead of $89.20. So if you bundle Sales Professional and Business Central, which is an ERP, a full user cost price will be all the way from $89. It comes down to $27.50. And similarly, we have Dynamics 365 Business Central. Now, Business Central is the accounting or ERP for the SMB market. Now, yeah, Dynamics Business Central is one of the fast-selling ERP business applications in the market. It is a pretty good match and competitive for QuickBooks, MyoB, Xero, Pronto, and NetSuite. I have seen Business Central competing with these products, and for the right reasons. Similarly, we have something called as Powerapps. Now, Powerapps, for those of you who are not familiar or someone who has never heard about Powerapps, Powerapps is the no-code, low-code portfolio of business applications, which fits in those businesses that require a rapid deployment of business applications without putting much of an effort. So let's picture this, that you are running a business, and during an emergency, like what we encountered few weeks back, like the recent floods or during the COVID, you quickly want to develop a crisis management app to communicate to your employees about their well-being, or what are the emergency numbers to reach out to, or you simply want to develop a simple employee expense approval application that can be deployed quickly in no time. Then Powerapps is the answer to that. So Powerapps has got two versions. One version costs you around $13.70 per app per month, and the other version is $54.90 per user per month. And there are quite a few pressing business needs that justify the need for Powerapps. For example, there are 500 million apps that will be developed based on the forecasting in the next 5 years. And 50% of the businesses will be automated, and there is somewhere around 1 million developer requirement, shortage of 1 million developers globally, and Powerapps is something that fills the gap and can meet your business requirements. So there are Microsoft offers going on for specific industries for Powerapps, and I guess that is a different topic altogether for a later discussion, but please reach out to me if you are interested in learning more on those offers, both for Powerapps, Business Central, and Sales Professional. So moving on. So just to help you visualize the monthly recurring revenue you can make by bundling the licenses together. So you can package both Modern Workplace and Dynamics 365. Now, this is just an example that I'm giving you. And you can start as low as one user along with Business Central. So you can bundle Microsoft 365 Business Premium with Dynamics 365 Business Central Essentials and take it to the market in the form of a bundle. You can say the more you scale, the more it can be cheaper for your customers. So you don't have to sell it in retail price because of the bundled value offer that you're giving, and promote these bundled offers through your even website. So you can promote it and put that in your website that potential customers can buy this. So what I'm saying here is that Business Premium up to 300 users, that will cost around $27.50 per user per month when bundled with, let's say, Business Central. So I've just picked up a number, can be 20 users, but as I said, you can even start with one user. For 20 users, I have split that 20 users in 13 full users and 7 limited users. So 13 full users, as it is a full user license, will give them access to all the features, and 7 limited users will have only read access rights within Business Central. So one full user license costs around $96.10 per user per month, and one limited user license, which is called team member license, is around $11 per month, per user per month. And based on the statistics, $1 of license will fetch you $3 of professional service. So when you go and deploy and implement Business Central, for $1 of license that is spent, the return is $3 for the servicing. So when you bundle this all together, Business Premium with Business Central, 300 users with 20 users, the incremental revenue per year will be around $114,000 on a year basis, but that is just license revenue that you will be drawing. Apart from license, there is an extra revenue from servicing also, which is way ahead, way bigger than the licensing revenue. So usually the margin is around 65% for the professional services or managed services that you will be rolling out in the market. So this is example one. Similarly, I have another example wherein you can bundle Microsoft 365 Business Premium with Sales Professional and Business Central Essentials. So here, if you can see, there are 3 products. Now you will ask me why Sales Professional and Business Central should be sold together. What is the business need? Well, there is absolutely a good business need for these applications to be sold together. So what happens is that within Sales Pro or Sales Professional, customers can generate all the business leads, opportunities, and they can raise quotations. And once a customer is qualified and they buy your business or your service, you can then start invoicing them from Business Central. So Sales Professional and Business Central are seamlessly and natively, they are integrated with each other. So when you raise sales orders from Sales Professional, they are automatically, they can be sent to be raised invoices in Business Central, and both the applications are bidirectional. That means data from sales can be sent to Business Central and vice versa. So there's a pretty good, a strong business need where all sales activities will be done in Sales Professional, and all the accounting activities will be done in Business Central. So we are talking about cohesive, collaborative, one single platform where you don't have to switch between applications, and they are all together in one single platform. So the bundle is based on the example, 300 users, $27.50 per user. You can bundle that with 20 users. Out of 20 users, 13 full users, you can split 20 into 13 full users and 7 limited users. Now, as I said earlier, if you are purchasing Sales Professional with Business Central, so instead of paying a full price of $89.20 per user per month, you just have to pay $27.50 because of the bundle. And you can purchase team member license for $11. And for Business Central, business need might be just 10 users. So you split the 10 users into 7 full users and 3 limited users. And so the cost, as I said earlier, is $96 retail price, and the team member retail price is $11. So all this together, the incremental revenue only from license will be around $112,000 per year, along with servicing. So servicing, I'm not quoting the price because it depends on the service provider and the estimate timeline, scope, and the budget. So it's a variable component, but that is way higher than the licensing revenue. So this is just an example that I just wanted to draw your attention to, so you can bundle it and take it to the market. Now, I have something in bonus for you, so you can watch a video about how you can package and price your offers. So through this session of recording, you will learn all the different ways you can package and price your offers to get more customers and accelerate your growth, and to make it easier for customers to buy it from you. In that, you will also learn the various price tiering on the entire offering or solution that you would like to offer. And so through this recording, it will show you all the best industry practices, and with some examples that is being provided by Neural Impact. Now, Neural Impact is a company based out of Canada that they go around training potential partners about what are the best industry practices and how they can take their value offering into the market. Okay, now in this slide, I just want to quickly talk about the revenue potential that the market holds for Dynamics. So this data was again drawn from Microsoft's Cloud Accent data. So for those of you who don't know about Cloud Accent data, basically the data is generated by Microsoft based on machine learning and customers' past transactional behavior that shows customers with a high propensity towards a specific product. Now, every partner can access their own specific data, which is the Cloud Accent data from their partner center. And there are very few partners who are aware of this service that is provided by Microsoft. So the report says nearly half of the modern workplace customer base has a need for some type of business application solution. In other words, Dynamics 365. That number is even higher in some target geographies. So around 260,000 of these customers have no CRP or no ERP solution at all. So an estimate of, if you see the screen, an estimate of around 400,000 Microsoft customers with high propensity to purchase a business application with which we should act now. We should try to penetrate the market now, and around 6.5 million users constitutes to those 400,000 customers with a 2.5 billion worth of revenue that can be generated. So that was just a quick statistics and the need to go ahead with this kind of a motion. Now, how do we as Ingram can enable you to sell? So now that begs the question that how Ingram can assist you in selling Dynamics to your customers. Now you understand the collaboration, you understand the popular products by now and their basic features, how the collaboration works. Now you understand the market growth and potential. You understand how to commercialize this entire package as I showed you a while back. And what is the business model that now how to make it to the how to take it to the market without any prior experience, training, or expertise, because you might not have an in-house experience, in-house team who can sell this. So you might be looking for some kind of a support. So that is where we step in, and I'm going to walk you through the next slides. How Ingram is going to enable you both technically and commercially. So essentially, in a partner-to-partner value chain, there are two ways of selling Dynamics 365 to your customer. The first option that I can tell you is either you can upskill your team, get yourself certified, ramp up a team, sales team and a technical team, and eventually set up a practice. That's option number one. Option number two is if you want to fast track and take this cloud offering to the market, which is what we call P2P value chain, then there is no compulsion in this kind of a model where you have to learn or get trained in Dynamics 365 and invest to set up a team. We will provide you all the support you need to take it to the market. And whether it is sales or technical assistance, you need some kind of a pre-sales assistant, or you need us, or you just need us to be engage with you and have that dialogue with your end customer. We will help you in closing those business opportunities with Dynamics 365. So this is how a partner to partner business model works. So you might be not very familiar with P2P. So think of it as a value chain comprised of three entities. We have the customer, which is your customer. We have the modern workplace partner, which is you. And we have Ingram Micro as your CSP provider. And we have a Dynamics 365 solution integrator. So what we are saying is your customer is looking for a potential CRM or ERP or an accounting solution, and they consider you as their valuable IT trusted technology advisor with an existing modern workplace or Azure business practices. So and you have Ingram Micro from whom you can access and you can gain all the bundled offers. We will provide you all the support to drive your market growth and support you in this space. And you also have Dynamics 365 solution integrator who will work closely with you to roll out a Dynamics 365 products. What we are saying is that you can provide a fixed scope, fixed price, rapid implementation solution together with support options, whether it is license or professional service. Then you bundle this all together, all the servicing, the license together as a value service offering, and sell it in the market with your margin and gain incentives from Microsoft also. So you gain certain incentives for selling from Microsoft and for the servicing. And finally, maintain your customer relationship. And that's how this entire P2P model works. Now, in here, this slide talks about the roles and responsibilities. So the roles and responsibilities are very clear within the P2P ecosystem. As a matter of fact, you can even share this specific slide with your customer just to prime them if they wish to understand the roles and responsibilities and the business model, who does what, just to set the expectations correctly with your customer. So Ingram Micro recruits both modern workplace partners and Dynamics solution integrators to sell, deploy, and support dynamic solutions, maintain a marketplace for these offerings, and deliver the go-to-market services needed to ensure end customers are aware of the Dynamics value and business impact. So in exchange for this, we receive a portion of the Microsoft's margin on Dynamics licenses sold through our extended channel. So we'll be the one who will be responsible for your growth. We will also support you in pre-qualifying your customer requirements. So if you have a customer who has a potential requirement, we'll help you in coming up with the right licenses. We'll help you in coming up with the right business application that fits the customer's need, and identify a dynamic solution integrator. Similarly, we will also provide you ongoing partner management support through our PSFP, partner premium support for partners. And then you will also receive preferential licensing pricing. Now, for you as a modern workplace partner, your role and responsibilities is that the modern workplace partner is the trusted advisor for all cloud solutions. They are the ones who will be managing relationship with your customer. Since they are your customer, you own the relationship, you manage that, you maintain that. You will be the one who will be billing and managing the licenses. And also you'll be the one who will be billing for implementation or providing service. And at the same time, billing for monthly support plans, which is part of the managed support. And you also can be the one who will be managing the Dynamics 365 practice. out of that, what you gain is a portion of Microsoft margin from licensing. You gain portion of solution provider margin as a revenue, and then you also gain some Microsoft incentive from the licenses that you are selling. Now, the roles and responsibility of the Dynamics Solution Integrator is that finally, this is the final end of the value chain, and a Dynamics Solution Integrator provides the capabilities that a modern workplace partner does not have with respect to deploying and supporting dynamic solutions. So they close the deal from a warm handoff by the modern workplace partner. They deploy the solution, including any needed ISV or other IP add-ons, and provide ongoing end user support. And all these activities require specialized full-time resources and an adequate operating scale so as to be cost effective. So in exchange for their efforts, a dynamic solution integrator may also receive a portion of the Microsoft's margin on Dynamics licenses, as well as margin from solution deployment support and any of their own IP that is part of the dynamic solution. So they make a margin from solution deployment, even from support, and if they have an IP, intellectual property, or add-on that they have built in-house and they are selling it in the market, then they gain margin from that. So it's very clear who does what, and we can, in that way, we can avoid conflict of interest in such a business model. Okay, so that explains the roles and responsibilities. So let's talk about Microsoft's new initiatives that I was talking a while ago about, the new updates that they have released as part of the new financial 2021 year, the new updates and features that they are bringing in the market for the better together collaboration. So essentially, there are a few initiatives or updates that were announced during the Microsoft's Global Ignite event as part of the Better Together story to bring all these together to enable businesses increase their productivity. So the first update was about the Dynamics marketing app. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with marketing app, so marketing app is something similar to Marketo, or if you can ask me, MailChimp, where you can do all your marketing activities. You can do a bulk send to all your, you can outreach to your customers and then track who has opened your emails. You can do campaigns, you can do marketing activities, webinars. So that is what essentially a marketing app is. So users can now plan their own team events, webinars, and nurture their attendees right from Teams. So a user who is using Dynamics 365 can set webinars from Teams and engage with customers on personalized journeys, and it all ties back to Dynamics 365 marketing business app. So you create your webinars, and then everything ties back to the Dynamics 365 marketing, and you can track all the activities from one single user interface. So how cool is that? I mean, I would say this is exactly the right time to take opportunity with so many of us utilizing Teams post-COVID, where most of us are using Teams for their peer-to-peer communication. So this is the right moment to bring the Teams experience into the marketing business application. So with this sort of integration, customers can set up, promote, and report on events hosted on Microsoft Teams from within Dynamics 365, a marketing app. So you don't need any external event hosting platform. All you need is Teams and the marketing engine, which is Dynamics 365 marketing app, and everything is managed under the same collaborative platform. So if you wish to learn more about the marketing app, or if you have a potential requirement of someone asking how they can drive marketing activities, please reach out to me and I can guide you on that. Similarly, so another update that comes with is about the embedded user experience with Teams that is going to help users leverage teams chat directly within Dynamics 365 Sales for real-time collaboration with sales teams. So users can see chats, channels, and people related to a customer record. So you can even start a conversation without leaving Dynamics 365. You can even see suggested actions to help close deals right within Dynamics 365 for sales. So you can even make video calls, you can chat with others right through the Dynamics platform. And this is what I call seamless integration, ingenuity, and business productivity. So that's one of the updates. And then the another update is with Power Automate, which is free of cost with anyone who has a Windows 10 license. Uh, so for those of you who are not familiar with Power Automate, well, Power Automate is Microsoft's low-code, no-code business automation tool that automates business workflows, that leverages robotic process automation to eliminate mundane, repetitive tasks like report generation and distribution to its recipients, or it can be simply be sending an auto response in the form of an acknowledgement email when your customers are dropping you for a service request. So I have seen customers using Power Automate to bulk send personalized emails to their recipients. So this is just some of the examples that I can quote for Power Automate, where you can automate certain business processes and workflows that require some administrative uh, tasks and involvements. Okay, here I have summarized some of the standard objections that I have heard in the market in the past and how you can overcome them. So the first question that I have heard of some of the customers asking me is that what if I want to use Dropbox or other document storage options? So our answer to that will be that Microsoft is as we all know that Microsoft is a leading service provider for managing business content and cloud storage services. So Microsoft SharePoint and OneDrive enable document collaboration and storage functionality that are, as we are aware, that are widely used than other providers. Although Dynamics 365 does not natively integrate with other external cloud services such as Google Drive or Dropbox, but you can still integrate these third-party cloud services using Power Automate. Now that customers can easily integrate using this and then through the storage options, and they can do that without even investing heavily into integration or any kind of a development work. So without putting much of a cost, Power Automate, which I just spoke a while back, you can integrate with other third-party cloud storage add-on products. The other question is I have been asked is, can I use Gmail as my service provider instead of Outlook? Because as I mentioned earlier, Outlook is natively integrated with Dynamics 365 for sales. So the answer to that question is yes, you can use Gmail instead of Outlook. So Dynamics 365 for sales professional integrates with Gmail via the POP3 or SMTP to enable inbound and outbound email capabilities. The other question that probably you might encounter is, what if I use an alternate ERP? Will Dynamics 365 still work with it? So Dynamics 365 Sales Professional, as we all are aware that it is natively integrated with ERP, which is called Dynamics 365 Business Central, as I mentioned earlier. Out of the box, which means you don't have to put an extra effort to integrate these apps. But if you are using a different financial software, you can connect to your ERP solution using Microsoft's, again, you can use it using Microsoft's Power Automate or other third-party tools. Okay, another question that you might face is, I don't want Office 365. So does that mean I can't use Dynamics 365? So we would say, although Dynamics 365 works best when it is implemented alongside of Office 365, but Dynamics can be used independently of Office 365 while integrating into other mail products and services. And so the last question is, most competitors offer an Office 365 integration with their business applications. What makes Dynamics 365 integration with Office 365 different? So, well, most competitors, they offer an Outlook add-in to view and add contact records from their inbox. But only Dynamics 365 provides the full compatibility, including the ability to view untracked emails in line with the CRM record. So this is from an Outlook perspective. Now, the other, from a Office 365 perspective, most competitors have a limited native Word, Excel, and PowerPoint integration, typically limited to, I would say, Excel and some Word data importing and exporting that they can do with their business app. But one competitor, I know the one competitor that also does a mail merge feature with Word. And only a few offer add-ins for Microsoft Teams and Yammer, allowing viewing and sharing of contact records within a conversation. But none of them provides the ability to work right within Teams, as I mentioned earlier. And again, Yammer, it again integrates seamlessly with Yammer and Teams, and that is how you can leverage the collaboration between these suite of business applications. So I guess that brings us to the end of my presentation, and that's how I just wanted to quickly bring all those information to your attention. So if you have any question, please put that in the Q&A panel, and I will try to address that. So I'll give another few minutes and see if we have any questions coming up. So I'll take a few questions. The first question says, any promo for resellers ongoing? Yes, there are quite a few promotions going on. If you're looking for Powerapps, there is a promotion for Powerapps. If you're looking for Dynamics 365 sales, there is a separate promotion going on for sales and also for Business Central. Please reach out to me if you have a specific business requirement or a promotion that you would like to claim under these workloads. So another question, as a partner, how can I access free Dynamics license? Very good question. So yes, the question, the answer is yes, you can access free. First of all, you can access free Dynamics license based on your competency. So if you are a partner who is running Microsoft, if you are a Microsoft service MSP service provider and you have a silver or gold competency based on the workload that you have been practicing, can be Office 365 Dynamics, you are entitled to claim certain X amount of free Dynamics 365 Business Central and sales licenses free of cost. Now you can use that as part of the IUR. It's called internal user rights. And essentially you can use these licenses for your own internal usage, or you can even use that for demonstration purpose to your potential customer requirements. So when I say internal usage, what I meant is you can use sales professional for raising and capturing sales leads and opportunities. And then once account is closed, once you close an opportunity, you can then raise sales invoices, purchase orders, account receivable. You can capture accounts receivables, account payables in Business Central. So you can use that for your internal usage if you have the competency. But if you need further additional details, please reach out to me, and I have the literature and workbooks and guidance of how you can claim these licenses. Another question that do we need separate subscriptions to LinkedIn to access data or specific bits of LinkedIn profile data? Yes, so the answer to the question is yes, you need separate subscriptions to LinkedIn. So LinkedIn Sales Navigator works only with Dynamics 365 Sales Enterprise license. So under the sales license, customers, they get two versions. One is called the Dynamics 365 Sales Professional, and the other version is Dynamics 365 Enterprise license. So Dynamics 365 LinkedIn works only with the Sales Enterprise license, and you need a separate access for and a separate license for LinkedIn. So that is available from your LinkedIn website. I can pass on the information if you are on the commercials and how it works. If you are interested, please drop me an email. The email is showing up on the screen, and I'll be more than happy to provide you the details. Okay, I have another question. Although it's not a question, but it's a statement. It says that you really need to provide training and certification for your partners for this to be successful. Yes, I 101% I agree with you, because and this is my regular statement when I talk to my partners. Uh, Although I say that you don't need the training, but at least we would expect you to have some basic training or basic understanding of what you are selling. For example, you are selling a car. So if you are selling the car, at least you should know a car has got a steering and it has got 4 wheels, right? In a similar fashion, when you are selling or you are interested in selling Dynamics 365, we advise you to go through some basic fundamental certification course. So there is a fundamental training course that is happening, which is basically a 2-day training course that is conducted by Microsoft on the actually, it is happening today and tomorrow. There's that one session. The second session is happening on the 12th and 13th. It walks you through all the fundamental basic course of Dynamics 365. It covers all the business apps. I would urge every one of you to take that training course followed by a free certification. And it doesn't happen quite often, but this certification course is free of cost, and you can claim that through Microsoft. All you need to do is attend the webinar, attend the training course, because a recorded session is not available. So Microsoft requests and expects you to be live and be attending the training so that you can take the certification followed by the training. So I can send you the training webinar, the training when that is happening with the registration link. If you're interested, please drop me an email and I'll be more than happy to send you the training. And apart from that, I also have some of the Dynamics 365 playbooks and a roadmap on the training roadmap. So if you are interested, I can send some guidance and literature workbooks of the entire training course. If you are a functional consultant or you aspire to be a functional consultant, or you have a team who wants to be cross-trained in Dynamics, I can provide some certain guidance of how you can acquire those training certification training, but definitely that is going to cost you some amount on acquiring the certification, but I'll be more than happy to pass on the details to you. I'll just give a moment. Okay, there's another question. It's asking me, is Dynamics marketing part of the partner rights also? Yes, very good question. Yes, you can claim marketing license as part of the internal user rights if that is what you are asking me, and if I get it correctly, yes, you can claim that license. But if for that you have to fulfill certain qualification criteria. As I mentioned earlier, you have to be you should be having the right competency, gold, silver, based on what Microsoft has laid upon and defined. I can send you the details. As I said, drop me an email and I can pass on all the details to you. But yes, you can claim marketing licenses also. Okay, and the last question is, can you post a link to the course you mentioned? Yes, we can do that. As a matter of fact, what we can do is when we do a follow-up where we will be sharing the recording with the slides to you guys, we will also provide the link to that certification course so you can register and you can claim Dynamics 365 fundamental certifications free of cost from Microsoft. Well, I hope that helps everyone in the Dynamics 365 space. More than happy to work with you closely to get you up to speed within the Dynamics 365 space and help you drive your market growth. As I mentioned, me and Fabiano, please reach out to us. Fabiano is my partner in crime, so we work together and both commercially and technically. And this is what we love to do. This is what we are passionate about. We want to help you grow and invest in your growth as well. Okay, looks like I don't have any additional questions. Let me check again. Yeah, it's all good. No other additional questions. But if you have any question, feel free to drop me an email and I will follow up with you on that. And that brings us to the end of our webinar. Thank you. Thank you so much for attending this webinar. I hope I was able to share and enlighten you on the dynamics, how the collaboration works, and provide some essential critical information and trigger those thoughts and enable you in this space. Thank you once again, and we'll just drop the webinar now. Cool. Thank you, guys.